I'm going to continue to work with the legislative leadership on that. We've had a couple of discussions, and whereas I thought perhaps we should combine the legislative sessions, there might be some wisdom in keeping them separate. So that remains to be determined. I kept that option open. I do expect these issues will need to be resolved, some of them before the fiscal session begins. And so I'll continue to work with legislative leadership, and again, this will be resolved in a special session. It will be this year. As to the timing of it, before or after the fiscal session, stay tuned for that announcement.
So, sort of get around to this directly, what do you see the impact to prison programs, social services programs? You got a bunch of higher ed lobbyists. What do you think the net effect on them is?
Zero negative impact. Absolutely zero.
Is the 25%, is that aimed at getting rid of legislative GIF?
Well, I wouldn't say it's aimed at helping highways and economic development in this state. Now, part of the consequence of it is that it will reduce funds that are available for legislative GIF and perhaps executive GIF.
I have a question. You stated that the taxes would not go up for the highway department, yet the sales tax, the taxes on the cars and the mobiles, they're gonna go up?
No, ma'am.
The taxes will stay the same?
Yes, ma'am. So the taxes, it's a very good point, actually. The tax on new and used cars remains exactly the same,
Yes, sir.
but these are considered user fees because these people that buy cars and used cars are using them on the roads. And so we're transferring a portion of the tax that's in place to general revenues, but the tax will not go up. Thank you.
So do you, on that number one, does that need legislative approval, or is that something you can do on your own?
On the transfer funds,
Right.
I can do the $20 million of my executive GIF or unobligated surplus, but the rainy day funds needs to have legislative approval.
But you're going to use it as a special session to have this transfer.
That's my expectation.
How much will that leave in surplus and rainy day funds?
We have about, and I've got Larry Walker, are you here? And Duncan, where are you? Our budget folks are here. They can give you specific numbers, but in round numbers, this takes less than half. So we've got in rainy day funds, I think it's about $46 million, and in the unobligated amount, I think we have over $40 million there. So this is taking less than half, again, leaving. There's other obligations I have, some of those discretionary funds as well as the rainy day funds are there for unseen emergencies.
This is, as you know, sir, this is unprecedented.
Yes.
Eddie, does that give you any, are you fearful of the precedent?
Well, there's probably a couple different precedences here. First of all, we got a highway plan with no new taxes. That's a precedent. And then secondly, we've got, it might be what you're referring to, which is utilizing general revenues. Is that what you're speaking of?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not nervous about it. I think it's the right thing to do. But, you know, I have to do it in terms of managing the overall budget, which I think we've done very responsibly. I wanted to hire Ed who's here. I see Dr. Robin Bowen, and she's been on our highway task force. She'll be able, she's nervous about it. I talked to her yesterday, and you know, my commitment is that this is not going to be reducing funding that's available for education, higher ed, and the other services of our state. That's why it's very carefully crafted for unallocated funds, and we are taking some general revenue money there, but I have full confidence that working with the legislature will be offset fully through efficiencies and other offsets that we might look at.
Not concerned that you've opened the barn door, so to speak.
No, that's what I feel pretty good about, actually. That's a barn door that is not sacrosanct. It is the right thing to do, as illustrated by the needs of other states. I think it gives a reason, actually, for a closer bond or relationship and transparency between the legislature and the Highway Commission, which there's the independence, again, that's there, but at the same time, I think it will build a greater partnership between the